Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to episode 9 of FTB Infinity Evolved Skyblock mode. Last episode we set up our logistics pipe network. Ooh, fancy. I notice the pipes like sparkle from time to time. Maybe they're vampires. But it's right now just a unified inventory. So if I set this to count mode, we can see all the items we have, at least all the items we have stored in, these various chests. And we can access them as one inventory. Makes crafting a lot easier. However, that's not the entire power of logistics pipes. One of the super cool things about logistics pipes is that it can do power transfer. Logistics pipes can double as kinesis pipes. Let me show you how that works. You need different providers and upgrades for different types of energy. So there's RF power and EU power. That's right, logistics pipes can transport EU power in the pipe as well. So you need a RF power provider. Looks pretty simple to make. How do I make these engines? Intricate circuit boards, sticky Ferris gears. Yeah, that's not bad. So you need a RF power provider for RF and a EU power provider, which it's a bit more complicated by the looks of things. We need to make overclockers, but that's for EU power. And then you need these power supplier upgrades, and you need one of these on each pipe. On each pipe that is part of a turn, like a corner, between your provider and the destination. So let me craft a, let's start with just RF for now. I'll make a RF power provider and some number of these power supplier upgrades. These TE, I assume that stands for thermal expansion, power supplier upgrades. Crafting all these modules and upgrades uses a lot of paper, but paper is a little difficult to craft. Either we need a sugarcane farm, which I just haven't built. I mean, it's not difficult, I just don't have one. Or we can build it out of sawdust, which is very easy to get. We get 8 pieces per log. I think there's other ways to get it too, but 8 pieces per log is a pretty good deal. I think if you, actually it's probably worth making a sawmill. A sawmill cuts logs into 6 planks and gives you a sawdust. That's a steal. Anyways, for now I'm just pulverizing logs into sawdust, but crafting it into actual paper is kind of annoying because you can only do you have to use the buckets and they don't stack. But that's why I made this cyclic assembler. You give it water via the ender tank and then it just crafts very quickly. It's just a one recipe auto crafter. Very simple. All right, anyways, now I have paper for anything that requires paper. I misspoke earlier. I think when I said that you need one of these supplier upgrades at each bend, you only need a power transportation upgrade at each bend. So if I put our logistics RF power provider here, it just sits here. It has an internal buffer of apparently 10 million RF. So that's going to take a little while to fill up. But then, seems like a poor place to put it actually. Actually, this is fine. Let's get rid of these. And what I'll do is I'll run this basic pipe over to our machines here. And I'll replace their power pipe with this. There we go. So now there's the logistics pipes connect to all our machines. They don't actually connect to the machines by default though. You see they're touching but not connecting. But now if I put this power supplier upgrade here, now they connect. But there's still no energy flowing here because I have a corner here, a corner here, and a corner, I believe this one counts too. And now, is it this machine that I plugged in? Let's start with the pulverizer because it's easier to just arbitrarily use the pulverizer. Pulverizer, can you pulverize torches? No, let me get something to pulverize. Sure, we can pulverize a little bit more wood. Now when I start this machine running, it should receive energy. Why is there not? Do I need it at every junction along the way? Is that how this works? Let's see. If I do, then I need a lot more of these. No, there's still no laser beams. Where are my laser beams? Alright, debugging time. There we go. Apparently, I have to put the upgrade in every pipe along the way to make it work, which is kind of annoying. These things aren't like terribly expensive, but they do use a lot of redstone and lapis. But now, laser beams can travel through the pipe and provide power to our machines. I have a suspicion that it's every routed pipe, that is, or every basic pipe. Let me try swapping some of these interior pipes out for unrouted pipes and see if they still need a upgrade every beam, an upgrade on every pipe segment, because it gets pretty expensive if that actually is the case. That does appear to be the case. Unrouted transport pipes do not need upgrades, only basics. So in areas where there are no connections, then you don't need to run power upgrades. The unrouted pipes are also a lot cheaper. The biggest annoyance is that they look exactly like basic pipes in your inventory. Now, this is slightly different from the rules about where you are allowed to use unrouted pipes. Namely, corners still must be basic pipes with an upgrade. But everywhere else can be straight unrouted pipes if they don't connect to anything. So, like this piece, if needed, could be an unrouted pipe because it only connects to other pipes. All right, well, whatever. Once I set up auto crafting, it won't really matter. We can just request these by the hundreds. Before I go and rip out all the energy pipes, or at least as many of them as I can in the base, and replace them with logistics pipes, why don't I first, here's my crafting table, make the remote order. So the remote order is a pretty cool thing. If I make one, and then I need a remote order pipe. So that's looks quite simple. Here, I have some basic pipes. All right. Now, and a couple ender chests. Well, I guess one ender chest will do for now. Can I just request one? Yeah, more crafting. All right, I should have... Aha! Exactly 2 iron chests. All according to plan. And let's dye this chest some color. What color dyes do I have? Sure, I have black ink. That'll do. Then I can... Let's see, where do I want to put this? I'll put it right here. I connect the remote order pipe to the ender chest, and then connect the remote orderer to the remote orderer pipe by right-clicking on it. Now if I request any items, they get sent to this chest. You see where this is going? If you've watched interactions, this is the same setup. Then I can make a ender pouch. Ow, I need your skin. Let's try that again. Then I can make a ender pouch, link this with the ender chest, and now I can order items to me. So I want any items, you know, if I'm say out here working on the base and I'm like, oh, I really need some golden chipsets. I can order some gold and redstone, pull it out of the ender pouch, and find that I'm out of room in my assembly table. Likewise, I can replace this import chest here with another ender chest. So I'll use triple white as the general import. Make another ender pouch. I need to kill a few more cows. Sorry, cows. Make yet another ender pouch. This time leave it on the white color, triple white. And you hear that open? When I put items in... Wait, oh, wrong ender pouch. When I put them in the white ender pouch, we see the items just automatically get slurped up and put into our storage system. So now we have fully wireless, fully interdimensional access to our entire logistics pipe system. You can take any items from it and put any items away into it. Convenient. I've gone ahead and cooked up now all of our machines through our power through our logistics pipes. We still can use wire connectors to convert from RF to EU. So this pipe here, for example, has a... I can't check upgrades with the red, but it has a provider in it, right? Because it's also powering this thing. And as a result, it can power the wire connector, and the wire connector can power the IC2 machines. So you don't have to transport IC2 EU through the pipes to have it get value this way. Anyways, it looks like our blast furnace is still running. What was I saying? Right. The big advantage of running power through your pipe here is that now the same block space can both transport power and logistics. So like this drawer here, I want it to provide items for me. I want to be able to access its items on the network. So I just put provider modules on each of these pipes. These are chassis pipes, so they have slots. That's a gravel drawer. This one is the cobble drawer, I presume. Yep. And then I need to run one more to this controller here. How do I want to do that? Let's see. So it needs a chassis. You can also use pipe plugs to keep it from connecting. So if you only wanted it to connect in, on one side, you can grab a pipe plug. Just the native Buildcraft pipe plugs work just fine, and it doesn't connect on that side anymore. It's pretty convenient. And run this to kind of awkward. Something like that. There we go. And then put a provider module in here. And now I should be able to see all of our, sand, gravel, cobble, and all of our ores are visible on the logistics pipe network. Isn't that convenient? With our laser beams now set up and beaming away, let's move on to today's main project. And that will be to start working on auto crafting. Woohoo! So I want to set up some basic auto crafting using logistics pipes to be able to request items. So, I want to request modules. I want to be able to go through all these recursive crafting steps, and some are crafting steps, some are processing steps. I want it to be able to do it all. So to do that, we need, well, first of all, we need some space. I want to set it up over in this area here because it helps if your auto crafting is close to your storage. So I have to expand our platform. Now I've been doing it with a builder's wand, but that only places 9 blocks at a time. Now that we have some technology, I think we can do better. Let's use the RF Tools Builder, or the RF Tools Builder block. Wait, is this the right one? Yeah, it is. So, recipe is pretty simple, except it takes a RF Tools machine frame, which takes a resident machine frame. That looks all kinds of messed up. But we have a handful of these now. They've been crafting, between episodes, so we have 2 more to spare. I'm sure they won't last very long. But make one of those, then make this. See, if we had auto crafting, then I wouldn't have to do all these recursive steps myself. I could have the system do it. All right, there we go. And that's a builder. Now all I need is to tell it what area to build. So I'll put it here for now to start charging it. It has a huge internal buffer. The easiest way to tell it where to build is to first craft a shape card. Hold it in your hand. Apparently it doesn't have a model. You shift right click it on the builder, then pick the first corner. So if I show chunk boundaries, guess we'll start here, even though this is the middle of the chunk. And then the second corner, so I'll go all the way down to that end, build out a couple chunks, and then place the second corner. Oh, I'm standing way out over the void. All right, right click that. It says new settings copy to card. Run back, don't fall off. Make sure you do this during the day too, because when it places the blocks, they are going to be unlit, right? So I might have to move those spawn chunks too. Earlier I moved because this world is imported from single player, so the spawn chunks were like right where my base was, and you can't build in those. But anyways, let's take the shape card now, put it into the builder, and you need a chest on top of it to fill with blocks. Do I have a chest somewhere? Providing the builder with cobblestone is most easily done by just using logistics pipes again. So I'll configure this chassis here with an active supplier to supply infinite cobblestone to this chest. And now all we need is a lever. And we can turn it on. Again, do this during the day because it's going to build a large unlit platform. More cobblestone. Why is the pipes only providing like 2 pieces at a time? It looks like even on infinite supply mode, it's pretty slow. They even have it set to say, hey, give me full stacks. Full stacks. There's another solution I can do. If you right-click your remote order on any given pipe, it actually orders the items to that pipe. So I can just be like, hey, order 20, 40, 60 stacks of cobblestone directly to this pipe. And we should see, here they come, 60 stacks of cobblestone. So the limitation is definitely not how quickly the items can be withdrawn from the source chest. Anyways, if the chest is full, the items bounce back, which isn't that big a deal. All right, so this will build the platform for us. All we have to do is grab our chisel and chisel the blocks and then place the torches. On second thought, it was probably easier to chisel the blocks before having the builder place them. So I could just have the builder place them as this base block, and then all I have to do is chisel the borders in. But mistakes were made. All lit up. A vast field of cobblestone and torches. My dream base. It took a long time because I kind of crashed my game a couple times along the way. It's a pretty silly reason. So what I do is, if there's keybinds I don't want to use, like change tool config profile, I bind them all to backslash. Basically, any key that I don't care for, like usually it only happens if it starts clobbered, I bind it to backslash, like toggle full screen. Anyways, I kept accidentally hitting backslash because when I wanted to go move the world spawn, right? I wanted to teleport away, set the spawn, and teleport back. For those of you that don't know, I've been playing a lot of XCOM lately, and the open console key in XCOM is the backslash key. So I hit that key, and then my game goes full screen and promptly crashes. So then I have to take 10 minutes to open the game again. So it's been about half an hour since I started this project, but it's done. Now I get to actually do the crafting part. So we need... I'm typing this. No, I'm typing this. We need logistics crafting tables and maybe some fuzzy crafting tables. So crafting tables are very easy to craft, apparently, but each one can do one crafting recipe, and the fuzzy version, no, it's also pretty easy to craft, but the fuzzy version can be, like, you can tell it to, ignore the durability on items or something. 99% of recipes can just be done in the logistics crafting table, though. For each crafting recipe, you need one logistics crafting table and one crafting logistics pipe. There's also higher tiers of these pipes. It says they just, I guess they craft more items at a time. I'll upgrade to them as needed. They're not like super expensive. They just use some, well, the Mark III one is pretty expensive because it takes 8 hoppers, but and the soldering station is a pain to automate. But yeah, I'll upgrade to the higher tier pipes if needed. Anyways, the first thing I like to teach my auto crafting systems how to craft is itself. So I want to teach how to craft crafting logistics pipes, logistics crafting tables, and so on and so forth. So if you import a recipe into the table, you can then take a wrench, click on the pipe, hit import, voila. Repeat for each recipe and all of its components. So I need to teach you how to make this. And because each table can only hold one recipe, you end up needing a lot of crafting tables really to do much of anything at all. In fact, I think basically the 10 crafting tables I made will all be used to make crafting logistics pipes and the crafting tables, because we have to get here, make sticks. This isn't actually a recipe for stick. Yeah, it is. You just have to, I guess, disambiguate it. Well, once the recipes are encoded, you can, if you search for items in your crafting request table here, you see the items with the zeros. Those are saying you have 0, but you can craft them. So if I request 20, it says I'm missing a whole bunch of things. Let's try that again. Now if I order, maybe not a full stack, let's go 20. Nope, not enough planks. 10. There we go. I can order 10 of those, 10 of these, and now the items the raw ingredients will come over here, go to these crafting tables where they get crafted in turn. And when it's done, it's pretty cool watching the items bounce around in the pipes, but when it's done, the final results are delivered to here. Cool. So now, what if we find ourselves in a situation where, one of these recipes isn't working, right? The chest recipe isn't working. How do we find which of these crafting tables has a chest? Well, you could open them one by one. That could drive you insane. That would drive you insane. So there is a sign creator. Let's make one of these. I should be able to do this recipe, right? Missing one sign. Reasonable. One sign is enough to make a whole bunch of signs. Oh, actually turn that into a sign, don't I? There we go. So the sign creator, when you right click this on any crafting pipe, it puts the recipe on it. So now you can, by just walking by here and see, oh yes, this is our chest crafter. And you can figure out, which one needs fixing, which recipe might need fixing. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and put down all those crafting tables I just ordered. And, but we're going to need a lot more than this. However, as you saw, we are out of wood. So I think it might be time to also make a fully automated tree farm. There's a couple ways to make tree farms in this pack. Probably more than a couple. But my favorite is the Ender Isle farming station. It can farm trees, it can farm plants, it can farm, I don't know, just about anything that's farmable, I guess. So, however, we're going to need a couple more machines to make this. First of all, we need to make our Ender Isle machine casings. These aren't too bad, except, no, we have Signalum, we can make this. No, there's nothing here we can't make yet. I do have to make a small batch of Lumium, but this can be made either in a induction smelter, or an alloy smelter, or I believe it can be made in the smeltery. Yeah, it can be alloyed in the smeltery. Can we melt this in a smeltery? We cannot. So we still need a fluid transposer to melt glowstone. In that case, let's yes, can I start by making the alloy smelter then? Or does this requires a chassis too? Oh boy, that's a lot of stuff. This even requires advanced casings. Okay, then we'll just make it in the smeltery. Unfortunately, glowstone cannot be directly melted in a smeltery, so we have to melt it first in the magma crucible. Magma crucibles in here take a tremendous amount of power. And this isn't even a fully upgraded one. It is resident tier, but it doesn't have the highest tier upgrade, right? It's the next tier upgrade makes it less energy efficient, but twice as fast as it currently is. Anyways, it still melts pretty fast. So I'm going to let this melt down our glowstone and then make a big batch of Lumium. I'll probably do the same for Signalum and Indarium. When creating large batches of these exotic alloys is when the smeltery's high alloying speed is at its best. So right now there's tin and silver in there in the right ratio. All that's missing is the glowstone. So I'll set that to auto output. Did I hit it? Yeah. And basically as quickly as the glowstone can get pumped in, it all turns into Lumium. You just have to cast it. So that's 500 ingots of Lumium, which will probably honestly last most of the game. Here comes a huge batch of Signalum. I think it's another 500 some ingots. Drain, tank, drain. These tanks actually drain very quickly when you just set them to output mode. Out. Alright, 500 ingots of Signalum. And all that's left is to make a batch of Indarium. Unfortunately, I can't make 500 Indarium because I don't have enough nether, or what are these, ender pearls. My mob farm, well, it does produce ender pearls, it doesn't produce them very fast because I guess it's not very efficient, and perhaps most of all, it only runs while I'm online. Like on my tree farm, it's also but yeah, like while my sifting runs perfectly fine while I'm offline, the mob farm is reliant on a player being nearby for there to actually be mob spawns. I, for reasons that I will probably never understand, spent the last 5 minutes here clicking the seared trains to cast blocks of Signalum that I don't need for like the next week. So yeah, I don't know why I did that. But in total, we have 8 stacks of Signalum and Lumium and a little over a stack of Indarium. That's all we made. Still, the Signalum and Lumium isn't used in tremendously large quantities, so still lasts a very long time. Indarium, on the other hand, is used all over the place. Alright, so anyways, with that out of the way, let's see, can I make the farming station? Let's put the recipes into the crafting tables, at least for the machine chassis. I'm sure we're missing something. I'll just let this tell me. All we're missing are lapis electron tubes. Alright, those should be pretty easy to make. Once again, we're at our trusty thermionic fabricator, and I'll just make a whole bunch of these at once. These, I think, are for the endiol capacitors, so we're going to end up needing a whole bunch of them anyways. I guess 40 is all we get for now. Alrighty, now we should be able to request 4 of these. Excellent. I can't see the state of the crafting yet. There is a upgrade. Crafting monitor upgrade. If I can make one of these, then apply it to craft. Come on. Any day now, redstone. I think it has to come from the storage all the way over there. Anyways, and then apply this to the request table. Let me do that. You probably need a pipe manager. Let's see. It's a remote order. One of these. There you go, the logistics pipe controller. Could be one of these as well. Now if I click this, I can put the upgrade in here. And now if I request something that's craftable, say chests, give me 10 chests. There's a tab here that shows me the state of the crafting. You can see there's items, they're flowing from the chest crafter to me. Voila. And it looks like our machine chassis are done too. Alright, let's go ahead and see about turning these into farming stations now. Nope, can't do that yet. We need, let's see, pulsating iron. Alright, let's pin the things we need. Pulsating iron and Z-Logic controllers. So this needs a slice and splice, which needs a whole bunch of solarium. So the rabbit hole continues. We have our witch water system here, right? Let's see about turning this into a fully automated soul sand producer. Soul sand is made from 2 things: souls and sand, of course. And by souls I mean water. So I have our ender tank providing water and the logistics pipe system providing sand. Those are each transferred through their respective transfer node type. Transfer pipes are another type of transport that can share, that can transport multiple types of things in one block. It can actually do fluid, energy, items. I guess that's it, right? Is there anything else you can transfer? Nope, just fluid, energy, and items. So I guess it doesn't do mechanism gases. Not that mechanism is even in the pack. Now I just have to extract the soul sand. That has to be done out the bottom. I could, do some awkward like watery thing to put transfer nodes on the bottom of each of these barrels, but that's a little awkward because I might fall into the void. That's scary. So why don't, instead of using transfer nodes, why don't we use retrieval nodes? These are basically like the thermal version. Retrieval nodes for items and fluids, and they do require a QED to craft. So let's make a QED. Let's see, we're just diving into this crafting rabbit hole here. The QED uses another one of our machine frames. Make a bunch of this stuff. This is very easy. Can I make double layer capacitors? Can this be made in... No, I can't make this without an alloy smelter or an arc furnace. Okay, let's not make a QED. Can I make item ducts? In plates. Yeah, I can make item ducts. Alright, we'll use this combined and thermal expansion retrievers then. Because again, I can craft these without having, or I can place these without having to jump into the void. Alright, so I just have to get these under there. Ha! Love it when blocks let you click past them. Looking at you, Hopper. Alright, anyways, that'll pull the item. Well, if I put a retriever here, that will pull the items out. Let's set you to ignored, so you're always running, and place them in this drawer. Oh, there it goes. The basic retriever seems to take a couple seconds to figure out what it's doing. Maybe I'll make a better retriever. Let's try out the resident retriever. We can put that endurium we have to use. The axe? No axe on me. Oh my gosh, it takes so long to break it. Ah! I almost fell in there. Now I'm out of item ducts. Dang it, Jeremy. Alright, resident retriever, ignored mode. Drop the floor on. And, oh yeah, that's much faster. So now we have automated production of soul sand until the drawer fills. It pulls from our existing sand supply, which is, absolutely massive, right? We have like hundreds of thousands of sand, maybe? How much sand do we have? Oh, only 82,000. Not quite hundreds of thousands. But yeah, we have a lot of sand, so. Alright, now that I have soul sand, I can take this and process it. I believe it's with gold in an induction smelter. So give me, how much do I have? 19 pieces of gold. Or 19 pieces of soul sand with 19 pieces of gold. Good. We don't need a Ender IO alloy smelter quite yet. I'm trying to put that off as long as I can. Another alloy I need is iron and ender pearls. That makes us pulsating iron. And one last alloy, not because I need it right now or anything, is, oh, I can't make dark steel in here. I thought I could make dark steel, and this is steel. Oh, it has to be pulverized obsidian. I see. Pulverize the obsidian, please. But yeah, I'll make some dark steel, mostly for like the tools for the slice and splice. One slice and splice coming right up. Now it needs tools. I guess shears I can just use regular. Well, here I'll use this pair of shears. And axe. I was gonna make a dark axe, but I'll give a quick look to see if there's a better axe to use. I need an axe that actually has durability and is made from stuff I can craft. Alright, whatever, a dark axe will do. So let's get a couple pieces of this dark steel. Make it into an axe. What does this button do? The same thing. Alright, whatever. Cool, and then we'll put this over here. That'll be a chest eventually. Well, this will go here, I guess. It does need a capacitor, I believe. Oh dear. While waiting for the capacitor, I looked at the recipe for the Z-Logic controller. There's something here that I overlooked. A silicon. I thought this could be made in a pulverizer. But no, you explicitly need a sag mill processing, well, clay or sand. But, yeah, it looks like we cannot make it with a pulverizer. That means we need a sag mill. So this rabbit hole keeps getting deeper. Does it not take a basic capacitor? I guess not. But this looks like all the time we have for today. So tomorrow we'll pick up from here, build the sag mill so that we can make silicon, so that we can make Z-Logic controllers, so that we can make a farming station, so that we can get enough wood to make crafting tables. Jeez. That's quite the rabbit hole we've fallen down into, but I think we're near the end of it. In any event, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.